This is just some reflections of my thoughts from today. The first thing that I thought about was selfish. You know, today's Sunday, and I have a different type of like worship, right? I have a different type of worship. I get a different type of understanding from the Creator today, right? So Sunday should be your day for the Creator to come and speak to you, right? You should let the Creator speak to you, so you get distracted by the, you know, you really should get ugly. That's when it get real. Who gonna be around you when you ugly? Who gonna be around you when your breath stink? Shout out to them people that's the Buddhists that's going from Texas to DC. They'll be passing through my way soon. But them, they getting ugly. They in the rain. They out there in the rain. They walking in the rain. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. Who has that type of dedication though? Who will walk that far in your life? Who will walk that far in your life? In your ugly phases. When you look like a zombie, right? That's what you have to understand what's going on right now. Because what the what's going on right now is you got two energies. You got pure souls who pure souls translate to players fuck up too. But when players fuck up, right, then there's a antagonist group that's gonna go after the player, and instead of acknowledging that they come from a pure source, they're going to try to bring them down and drag them. Okay, so after they brought down and dragged through the mud, right, and bashed and manipulated and annihilated and humiliated, who is going to be the people that is helping them get up? That's giving them water, right? That's putting jojoba oil, hope I'm saying it right, on their face from the bruises, from the scars. Who's gonna be the one that's putting the hubba? If you put hubba oil on a scar, it'll depending on the depthness of it, right? Depending on how bad you leaking, right? Whenever you put hubba oil on it, it'll go away. It'll go away. Not to say that scar wasn't there. However, that hubba oil is going to make you feel like it never existed. That's the part of healing. That's a real form of healing. So anybody that's been abused, this goes for men and women, right? I'm talking to humanity. Anybody that's been abused, when you put hubba oil on your scar, like once it's fresh, oh, that's like the ancestors. Here's another thought that I had today, and I didn't even get to my first thought. I'm gonna get to it. I'm actually building up to it because I'm an author, and this is what I do. I paint words together in unique ways that has never been crafted together. That's my art. I assemble common words that you see all over the place, and I scramble them together in ways that's never been done before. So therefore, it can't be plagiarized because it's real. But anyway, the hubba oil, the essence of it is like the ancestors. It's the epitome of, like, if you want to put it in like real. So I had realization that when the ancestors, when your loved one or whenever a soul dies, they receive all real knowledge once they die. Like what's really happening right now, when you die, you'll really find out. So essentially, we playing a betting game with confidence. Like I'm confidently right here, right now. It's not no random act. I'm actually right here, right now, because that's where I'm supposed to be. It's nowhere else I'm supposed to be right now. I'm right here. I'm actually right here. So when it's my time to meet my maker, if you will, which is my mama. So when it's my time to see my mama again, then my mama's gonna sit there with the tablet saying that this is what it is. So we see that with budgets. Okay? So you have the budget and then you have an actual budget, like the actual expenditure. So if your budget is 500,000, you betting that you gonna spend within that 500,000 radius, right? And so when you actually do that, you come to that realization in your death, because you never really die, right? So that's deep. That's deep. That's really deep. And a lot of people ask me, man, where does all this wisdom come from? I'm like, you don't want it. I promise you don't. You do not want. I have to give it, and when you get it, it's easier because mine comes from a pure source. I technically just explained to you where it came from. All this wisdom and understanding. So mine comes from my mama, because my mama was like literally here with me. And how when people lose a loved one, they can't, it's hard for them to believe. Like literally, I was doing the math on it. That was another one of my thoughts for the day, is how long has I was talking to my children about it actually. How long it's been since I lost my mommy. Because my daughter said she missed her mom, and I said I do too. I told her that's when I started to think how long it's been. But it's been 16 years. It's been 16 years. We getting ready to go to the 17th lap. Lap 17 without my mama. I was 14, which makes more sense because I'm 30 now. So 30 minus 14 that's the algebraic equation. That's how I never forget my age plus the age that I was when I lost my mom, because that's a fixed number. The number that's moving is, my years in life. But when it first happened, like 14, 15, now granted, on top of that, I'm a minor at the time. But at the same time, this is all building up to that thought. This is very interesting how I'm doing this. At the same time, I was numb in those first 10, 10, let's see, the first 10 years. The first 10 years I was numb, right? I didn't really start to sit with it until, that's crazy. Right at the 10-year mark. Because that's when my mama's house got sold. My mama's house got sold, that's when I was like, damn. That's when the death really occurs. I don't want to wake the kids. But my son be sleeping all over the place. But that's when the realization occurred, was when my mama's house was sold, because when she died that night, I went back into the house where we lived. And this is another thing. This is a perfect usurp. God is so amazing. That night, you got to really just sit with me because I've never told anybody this. That night, February 27th, 2009, you got to get my book. Like, I challenge you. Since I'm sharing this with you, go and get my book, The Alarm Clock, because this is going to make it even realer. This is going to make it realer. That night, February 27, 09, I just lost my mom, dude. I'm building up to the thought that I'm getting to, all right? But I'm saying it, I'm explaining it through wisdom, but I'm going to tell you where the wisdom comes from. But anyway, that's what this is all about. But that night, see, I didn't see my mom. I really don't remember the last time I see my mom. That's the scary part. But I want to say it was on the 24th of February. It was nothing short of the 24th of February. I ain't see my mom on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. She died on a Friday. I want to say that the 24th because it was my cousin's birthday. And we had went to Longhorn Steakhouse. I want to say we was like right there. Or Chili's. We went to Chili's right there. Okay, so if you from the Trefo, Chili's is right there. Then you got Haynes Mall. Then you got the hospital. So this is stuff that just I never talk about. But I'm really him. I just have to explain it that I'm still living. All these years, 16 years later. Okay, so we went to, it's crazy. I remember like it was yesterday. You know, shout out to my cousin Maria because my cousin Maria was the one that was like, you need to go see your mom. You need to go see your mom. You need to go see your mom. You need to go spend time with your mom. You need to go spend time with your mom. Go spend time with your mom. And now I'm 14 years old. Having a mama is normal. So mommy worked. She hustled. She did hair. She was out to get it. So spending time with her was like, you know, it's normal. I'm like, okay, when she get home from work, you know. But Maria knew what I didn't know. You feel what I'm saying? So she knew. She like, same thing with my grandma. Maria, the same one. Go, you know, make sure you there. Make sure you go, you know. Make sure, she said she was, with my grandma, she was telling me, because I was there, because of the wisdom that I got from losing my mama. Now my grandma in the same situation. I knew to be there. But now Maria was like, take pictures, take pictures, take pictures, take pictures, take pictures, take as many pictures. All these pictures I got of my grandma is really because of Maria. Ave Maria. Matter of fact, I live on Ave Maria. I live on the Ave de Maria. I live on the Ave de Maria. But, okay, going back to my point. So, I ain't see my mama is the point that I'm making since that day. We just gonna go with the 24th. I ain't see her because, in my mind, 14-year-old optimistic kid who loved his mama, like, I mean, when I tell you that it was just like, it's kind of like, what is something you need every day that you don't think about? Air. That's how my mama was. I'm like, What you mean ain't no more air? Fuck. Now, what if somebody told you? What if that news flash came out that, hey, like not that you losing air, not that you losing air, but you lost air. What the fuck you gonna do? That's how it was. So anyway, I was just thinking, uh, wow, I ain't see my mama. So the day of the 27th, Maria was there with me. I was what I was thinking about early this morning. I was up and I was thinking about how, like, why nobody came and got me. Why nobody knew that that was going to be her day, and that instead of me going to school to take me to be with my mom, and it took me this day. This is the 28th of December, 2025. This day, it took me 16 years to, like, yo, what if? Like, what if somebody woke me up that morning, right? At like 5 a.m. said, hey, Quinn, they taking your mama from the hospital to the hospice today. So wouldn't it be common sense for you, out of all people, to be there? Fuck school. Bro, like, for real, like, that was, you gotta read the alarm clock. So I'm not telling you it's certain parts because those parts are in the alarm clock. But if I knew what I knew now, Q would have went, I would have been right, I would have sat in her lap. I would have sat in her lap all the way. I would have sat in her lap from that little short ride from Bolton, what is it? Hank, uh, Peters Creek to the Bolton exit, all the way to the little where the hospice at. I would have been right there. I would have been like bear hugging my mama. Oh, call Quentin. That's my catchphrase. Call Quentin. So anyway, that day went on. I'm at school not knowing nothing. Like, literally, I'm at school. Get the alarm clock. You know, I'm at school, bro. Like, that was nothing. My mommy in the hospital. It's alright. She been in the hospital before. She came out before. You feel me? But that night, and I talk about what happened before that. I mean, okay, so I found out there she is. Already, boom. I find out. Boom. I had to go see her. Maria's the one that can go in that room and you see your mama. You go see your mama. I ain't want to go, bro. I don't even want to go. I'm 14 years old, dude. And it's like, I'm a 14-year-old. I don't know, bro. So here's what I was thinking. This is a perfect time to insert it. This is what I was thinking this morning. I'm like, yo, people lose their mommy every day. But I was 14. And I'm just talking about me. It's people that lost their mama earlier than 14. It's people that lost their mama at childbirth. Homage to those mothers. I was watching the Victoria joint, and I guess it was her mama or somebody, she was like, don't forget about, it was her mama. Her mama was like, don't forget, Charlotte died for you to be in this position. No. She said Charlotte died in birth, during labor, just so you could be in that position. Talking about Victoria now, Charlotte was Victoria's grandmother. Good show. I be watching it. I be watching because I'm learning how to raise a daughter, bro. My mama supposed to be here teaching me how to raise her class of, like, woman. So we don't get no respect. But that girl in there sleeping peacefully. Peace, peace, peacefully. That girl, like, I don't know how to explain it. So I'll be watching those shows because I'm like, I gotta learn how to, you know, how to keep that poise. Like, I gotta know my role, because once that crown, she get that crown, I'm like, yo, I can't say nothing no more. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Everything I gotta say now till she get the crown. See how that rhyme? Saying everything I gotta say now until my daughter get the crown. They hating. It's a frown. We held the crown. We held the crown. We held it down. But anyway, yeah, so I was literally thinking, I'm like, man, a lot of people can't relate to me because they don't know what it's like to lose a mommy at 14 years old. And it's not the fact that they can't relate. It's more so that I don't want to put that on them. It's hard. Like, some of the strong reviews that I got from the alarm clock was they can't read it. My Uncle Stan could not get past the first chapter. I lost my Uncle Stan this year, God rest his soul. He told me that he couldn't get past the first chapter because it was so real, you know. One of my closest brothers who actually lost his mother later, he told me he couldn't read it because it's kind of like, words are so powerful, right? So it's like preparing you for the unknown. I meant the unforeseen. It's preparing you. That's why chapter 1 is called the Unforeseen. That's a deeper meaning to it. That's crazy. But I'm like, man, it's hard to relate. I be feeling like a fish out of water. I'm like, bro, because even in these last 16 years, I have friends who still had their mom in these last 16 years. And so I look at it as an advantage because I didn't have my mom, but I'm still here, right? Yeah, I have my father, but my father couldn't replace my mama. It's impossible. It's literally impossible. It's legitimately impossible. It's like literally, like, I know they got all this food stuff going on out here now, but no man, no human, period, can replace your mother. But it damn sure ain't gonna be no man. Respect, bruh. You know, I know they say Hiram got hit upside his head, but he wasn't that far off. You feel me? And so that's what I be like. I'm like, man. So where my wisdom comes from, to answer the question, it comes from seeing my mother breathless. And facing that reality at 14. That one day, the one you love the most, the one that's closest to your heart, may no longer be here. I never had that thought. I witnessed death with my mother, right? But did I ever, like, literally, we went to viewings together, me and my mother. We went to funerals together, me and my mother. My first time hearing of death was from my mama in 2001. It was a sister that spoke highly of my mother. I knew this woman. She, like, when I tell you she had the frame of my mama, meaning like she had short hair and the same physique. and we were in the administration building at St. Peter's at the time. This is when they had children's church at um, on Wednesday nights in the administration building. I'm at St. Peter's, and my mama was she literally, she was a teacher, she was a coach, she was a minister. Like, for real, you can ask anybody, bro. As a matter of fact, you know who you can ask to validate this? What I'm about to say? Joshua Howard from Morningside. Ask him about my mama. That's how me and him connected, off of the strength of my mama. I'm like, I'm Darrell's son. That's literally why my appellation is Ibn Darrell. It's an identity. So like literally when my first time meeting Josh, I was like, I'm Darrell's son. He was like, oh, Mr. Darrell from St. Pete, bro. So my mama, this is me saying this. This is the first time that this is ever been said. My mama was a youth pastor. She was the original youth pastor. And she taught charm and etiquette. She used the ministry of Christ to teach charm and etiquette. To teach how to honor God with how you sit at the table. With the salad fork, using the salad fork to eat your salad, putting it back when you finish, wiping it off, Slim. This is what my mom was teaching. She was teaching you how to be eloquent. So like how I'm watching Victoria now, my mama was teaching those principles to the Trefoil. You know, St. Peter's is the bread basket for the Trefoil, if you didn't know. So, but yeah, that's Darrell. That was my mama. That's the house. Darrell is the house in Arabic. When you translate it, type in Darral. Darrell is the house. Even if you use the ill. See, I'm an ill because my mother gave me the name ill. No man. My mama gave me the name ill because she was an ill, because she was real for real. All right. That's enough. So, I survived 16 years without my mom. I survived 16 years. So, dang, I didn't go back to the night. All right, I told y'all about, me having the advantage because I lost my mom so early. It put me at an advantage because I told myself in that moment, ain't nothing worse. If I get killed, if I go to jail, ain't nothing gonna be worse than me losing my mama. Ain't nothing on this planet. And I've been to jail. I ain't been killed, obviously, because I'm still, unless this is some type of vortex where I got killed in real life and this is heaven. I don't know. I ain't get killed. But ain't nothing that can compare that. Now, what I will say is if I lose my babies, God forbid, I want to go before them. Because that'd be more disastrous. And my heart goes out to anybody who has lost children, a son or a daughter, So my grandmother, she lost her daughter and her son. Back to back. My Uncle Nate, he passed away about a year after my mom. And that was my grandmother's first two babies that she pushed out. So but I didn't even realize that I was there for my granny and her loss. I didn't realize that. But me and her were the closest we were the closest because she told me one night we was riding down Main Street, and right there near Academy, Main Street and Academy. And we was at the light, and I was telling her about my line brother. He had just lost his grandfather, and she was like, "I know you know what that's about." And that was like the realest thing she ever told me. I'm like, damn. She was like pretty much, I know you could relate. Like how Nipsey say, you know, I know the real can relate. You know. Cause I'm like, dang. That let me know that she cared about me. For real. My grandma was she was, if you know my grandma, you know she wasn't no soft cookie. She wasn't no soft cookie. She, you know, I had to explain things extra hard to her for her to feel, but she got it. She got it. I didn't have to explain nothing. She already knew. I was my hero. So like after my mom died, me and her got close. We had our falling out at the beginning over some petty stuff, but after that, I'm like, yo, cause after I literally witnessed my mom deceased, I felt like a man. I'm like, I really feel like a man. I feel like, whoa, for real. I'm a man now, so I can vouch. I'm like, yo, Quinn was a man at 14. For real. I had no choice. I was a gorilla, bro. Like, I ain't feel nothing. So I was like, I'm about to take on the world. That's how I felt. I'm like, fuck it. Ain't nothing else to do. Might as well. Like, just grab that shit. Grab that shit. Give me that. Give me that shit. The world. I want the world, Craig. The world. And everything that's in it. For real, bro. That's why I'm an author. That's why I'm an author, bro. Like, this ain't no joke. This ain't no, like, I wasn't following, like, bro. It wasn't no men that was in my city that I looked up to say, oh, I'm going to be an author because of him. No. It was within. It was all within. In fact, I was encouraged to be one. You know what I mean? Shout out to Eze because he saw it. He saw it. He like, bro, you are literally the definition of an author. You got to write. So, you know, my next book going to be about the size of this. I'm trying to chill, bro, for real, because it's literally going to be up. It's going to be stacked. That's why y'all ain't got no work from me, because I got to put out articles and stuff like this to just give y'all something in the interim. It's coming. It's man. Oh, whoa. Shout out to Trent. Knock him out. Boom, man. Go get Book of Rhymes and learn about Trent, nigga. Go get Book of Rhymes. Y'all quit playing, bro. Go get Book of Rhymes. You gonna learn about Trent. Feel me? And matter of fact, I'm about to raise the price of Book of Rhymes just so Trent can get paid off of that shit. Oh my mama, I'm saying this publicly. He gonna get paid off of his pages. I don't know how many pages he got, but with price going up regardless. I priced my books at the price of silver and it went up. So technically my book is trading at a discount now, because it was when I priced my book at the price of silver, it was at the same price that the books was. Now that bitch at 80. Nigga, this shit about to hit 80. We saying it here first. Silver finna hit 80 probably before 2026. Let me say it. It's gonna hit 80 before 2026. It's gonna hit 80 before 2026. Bro. Alright. So let me make this point. So that night, this how real my God is. This is wisdom. Wisdom is tears. Wisdom is tears. first time. I didn't know this though. This how real God is. God will show you something you don't know what you're looking at, and then it'll come back to you 16 years later to say that, oh, that's what that was. Because it's you're not gonna know what you're looking at, but it's still gonna stick with you for a very long time. So God showed me my daughter. But I didn't know I was looking at my daughter. I was looking at my mama. Do you understand what I'm telling you, son? I was looking at my mama. God showed me my daughter, and I thought I was looking at my mama. But the thing is, God didn't show me her at 60. She showed me her when she was like 4 years old, 5 years old. Like I saw pigtails. And I like now it's done happened. So this was so long ago. I don't know if somebody showed me a picture or if the picture just came up in my head. I think it was the picture because I instantly started crying. And I don't cry, like I'm literally not crying right now. I want to, but I cried innocently. It just cried. I just cried. But I was 14 years old. And I saw my mom as a kid. I said, how can she leave? How could she leave me? How could somebody that innocent, that pure, that spirit pure? How could she leave her? But God was like, no, she can't leave. No. Quentin. God was like, she's in your heart. She's in your heart. She's in your heart. God said that she's in your eyes. She said, now, son, your eyes is my sight. So therefore, son, be careful what you put in your lens. Be careful what you watch. But see, here's the thing. You got these carnal eyes, but then it's the spiritual one that's protected by your dome, son. And that's what man can't see. Man can't see what's in here. Man can't see. And that's the wisdom that the planet needs. The planet needs that wisdom from the son who lost his mother in the physical, right? Because anything that's in the physical can be taken away from you, right? So therefore, don't give way. It's like what Christ say, you give to Caesar what Caesar, but with God, it's the stuff that you cannot touch, you can't see, you can't control, you can't take. You cannot take. You cannot take a spiritual life. You cannot take energy. You can't take energy away. It's going to go somewhere, but you can't take energy away. Energy always is going to exist. Do you understand? This is why we write, because what we write is going to go further than our life, than this life. So the people that be bigots on life and like, oh, and me. I'm telling you, when they die, it's just gonna be me too. They gonna be the only one in there. For real. But when you give, this is what Deuteronomy, was it 30 and 19? Man, 30 and 19. You see those numbers? You see it? The 30 is my age. 19 was the 10 years from the year from 2019. Okay, I'm thinking 19 is 5 years. My fault. Five. Just cut that last part. It's all right. It's cool. Stinging too. I was thinking about 2019 being the 10-year mark. So it's still there. It's still the code. 2019 was when I lost my mama's house. And then that's where you had the Deuteronomy. Wherever it say in Deuteronomy, you had the power over life and death. Right? And that's where Matthew 25, I'm going to have to say it like this. St. Matthew 21 and 5. It says that, tell ye daughter of Zion that your king, behold. And when you say behold, that's like you about to get the chills. That's like my Aunt Tigla saying to me that she felt my mom present before she met her for the first time. Like minutes before she walked through the door, she felt her presence. This is what my German aunt told me when she first met my mom. Said she felt her presence before she came in the door. That says everything about my mama. She said, so when they say, behold, daughter, your dad about to come deliver you into the world. Tell ye, daughter. Whoa, that boy, he ain't got no car. Man, his car got repossessed. Your daddy car got repossessed, but he's still about to come and deliver you. And he about to get evicted. But he's still about to come and deliver you. And they could take everything back. They couldn't take her. That's why I told when they came and took all my shit out, I was like, y'all could take everything but her and him. We're gonna call it. You can't call it. They not in your system. Whoa. Whew. Now y'all don't know what I've been through. Y'all don't know what I was feeding my daughter her mommy's breast milk. And they came in my spot. And they literally they told me what they were going. It would have been like, they would have had to kill me. That's what it would have came down to, for real. They would have had to kill me, and technically my kids too. That's how real it was, because I wasn't about to move, and I was like, nah, no. I choose to live, so I complied for the simple fact that to preserve my life, literally, they came in there ready to kill. For real. That's just real shit. That's what I've been through. That's real talk. This was 44 days after my daughter was born. In the same house, by the way. So I just want to let you know how real this shit is. How real it is. Lowly. Riding on a donkey because everything was taken from him. Your king is coming to you. Literally, I don't want to say what time my daughter was born, but she was born at the o'clock, right? So my cousin called me at the 37 before the o'clock. out the blue, she called me and she told me that I was a king. She said, I just want to call and let you know that you are a king. That's what my cousin, you can call her, you don't know, don't call her Coach Peace. Ask her. She called me at the 37 mark. Said it, I just want to let you know. Didn't even know that I'm getting ready to deliver my daughter. She had no clue. Had no clue that her mama was in labor and was having labor pains, and I'm getting ready any minute. She didn't even know. Had no clue. Called me all the way from Louisville. And I'm in the Amaruchi Mountain Ridges, which is northwest Georgia, if you get the point. The northwest Georgia mountains. It's like the beginning part of the Appalachians is where my daughter was born. About 2 minutes north of the Chickamauga Creek is where my daughter was born. So yeah, 23 minutes later. And when this is real shit, you can't make it up. My daughter, on her arrival, simultaneously, ask her mama this. When my daughter was born at the o'clock that day, at the o'clock, Etta James played. At last. Legit, like, I'm like, bro, man, somebody stop playing. But I didn't have time to think about all that then. Because I'm like, literally, come on, baby. I'm like, push. I'm like, one more push. You know, if you ever had a child like mine, you gonna see that hair first. I'm like, oh shit, it's a boy. No, it's a girl. Oh shit. That's literally how it was. But the whole time in the background, my love is coming home. And she born a day before me, Etta James is. Long live Etta James. She born on my cousin Curl birthday. At last. That's my daughter's first song. See, that's how she entered the planet in the water. The water, that was going through the, like, if you, man. So that's how you know God is a woman, because only God, right, can turn water red. Astaghfirullah. See, people be trying to tell me how I should go about me and their mothers. I'm like, you can't. I seen that woman in her most vulnerable stages. I was there. Her most vulnerable, when she gave birth to my son, I was her voice. I said, she ain't signing shit. See, last time with my daughter, she couldn't say that to nobody because there was nobody in the house to bring no papers and say, hey, sign this. But when she gave birth to my son, we was at a birth center. So they came like, hey, man, we need you to sign this and this. And I said, no, she ain't signing shit. I'm like, this woman almost lost her life. You heard me? Like how Charlotte lost her life. Right? If that's, now we got to fact check that moment in history, because it was on Netflix. I mean, it was a PBS film on Netflix, but we got to fact check it. But at the same time, we're going to trust Victoria Mama in this moment. Charlotte died giving birth. She can't sign nothing if she dead. So I'm like, Charlotte Mama not finna sign nothing. You heard me? And she lived. Do you know why her body was restored after she lost all that blood? Literally, her skin turned pale when she gave birth to my son. Do you know why Because of beats. And I ain't talking about nothing by Dre. And we ain't talking about no damn domestic violence either. Yeah, the only beats that I gave my baby mama was beats from the earth. Ura bashalarino. Brashanadina badalaba. Ishidabari no gobari loco bed. But the shit no. So listen, just like the Hubba Hubba boil will take the scars away, the beats will restore your blood. The most magical thing I ever seen was the melanin return to my children's mother. I don't bow to no man, but I bow to my children's mama. And I talk crack, boy. Listen. We talk shit over here. But at the same time, I bow to her. I bow to her. Man. And that's disrespectful. If you can't respect that, get the fuck away from me, bro. Like, get the fuck far away. Because you wasn't there. Y'all wasn't there. Y'all wasn't there. I was there every single day. Every day. See, with my son, I was learning how to become a father. My son came so that to prepare me to be that chosen one to deliver my daughter. Because I didn't deliver my son. But when my son first came out the womb, he grabbed my hand like that. But with my daughter, I was prepared. See, I was still learning the woman, and I want to give homage to an angel that came to me before I met my children's mother to show me the power of the woman and about how much pain that women go through, not necessarily through in the childbirth one, but the sacrifices that they make when they literally secrete the milk from their breasts. And so it gave me a whole nother different type of respect for women. Like, I promise you, I used to be a hoe, and I didn't really look at women like how my mama would have taught me how to, treat them like the plates on the table, delicate, like charm and etiquette. You got to treat women with charm and etiquette too. Like, their bodies is like planets. It's like the earth. So you got to know how to work it. For real, it's a certain way you got to touch a woman. You can't just go up there and grab on her ass. You got to touch her forehead. You got to touch her forehead and pull her hair back. You feel me? If she give you consent. I'm like, girl, you put some annoying, you gotta put the annoying oil on her head. You feel me? The annoying oil, not the baby oil. Annoying oil. You gotta know how to, with her feet, you gotta know how to, get the bun. You gotta know how to, massage that bun. You feel me? Before you get the buns. But that's neither here. That's not neither here nor there. Men need to know how to, really, because it's really, right now, it's a lot of masculine. Like, I see a lot of beautiful dykes. I'm tired of that shit. Like, for real, they really wanted to be feminine, bad bitches. But it was too many niggas that, number one, was hyper aggressive, and two, was hyper feminine. It's a balance, huh? There's a balance in that shit. You gotta know the balance. For real. Because we need our women, bro. We need women, bro. We need women. Like, I really like women that's just so delicate. Like, I like women that, nostalgic women. You feel me? So that right there is healing. They oh, you need to get help, you need professional help. I'm like, no, I just need the right women around me, Slim. For real. Right women. And I'm for real. I ain't gotta touch them. Swear to God, like I just need the right women that really that's like really about it. That's about devotion. That's it. That's what the planet needs. That's not what I need. That's what the planet needs. Earth needs that. Earth needs women. And I'm on the earth. So therefore I need what Earth needs. You heard me? That's the woman. That's in the gardens playing the harps and shit. Women play the harps. You feel me? The men is the ones that's literally getting the knowledge and the information and putting in the books. Women playing the harps. You feel me? So yeah, son. So I delivered my daughter. Seen that water turn red. I cleaned the tub out. I cleaned the tub. I took her bath water. That was the bath water. I took that. It was like literally like it looked like this. I make it no up. This is the color of the tub after my daughter was born. That's how it looked. It looked like this. And like I took that shit and I poured it out into the land, into the red clay. Legit. I put my daughter's red clay. That was real. I cleaned the tub up. I cleaned my daughter. I took her from the dark. See, when you in the hospital, I don't know how it is, but they got lights, camera, action in that bitch. But my daughter was born in the dark setting. So was my son. But because my daughter was born in the daytime. So I was able to bring her to the light because it was a sun. They had a sunroom. We had a sunroom in our bedroom where the window was like the sun was coming into that window. It was sitting up. You know how they had those like rectangular windows? It was like that. And I seen you could see the cosmos at night, and the sun was literally shining on my daughter like that. And she was getting that sun, so that was it. And it was the same thing with my son, like literally maybe about 200 feet from here when he was baked. And I would sit with him just like this, and the window was right here, and the sun was coming in from this angle. Well, it was like we were sitting. I was sitting like this, and the sun was coming from like right there when it was set. It'd come right here, and so he would get. Every day I had the blinds open, and we'd just be getting sunlight. We actually walked past the window today. Yeah. So I have to show this side of me because a lot of people think because I'm a Gemini rising, they think that I'm an angry man. They think that, I'm just mean person. But that's just literally my appearance. Once you talk to me and you sit with me and you have tea with me, you start to see that I'm like really not that at all. That's my appearance because I'm a Gemini rising, right? And you know how Geminis are. You Kanye West, Donald Trump. You feel what I'm saying? Like these are your Geminis. Like they like, but it's not that. You feel me? They really like Sabir. You feel me? Sabir Bey, and it's like Sabir got the Philly attitude, but bro, he not that. Like Sabir is not a mean person. He not a mean person. What the fuck was that? That's the ancestors telling me that I'm right about life. No, I'm just kidding. You won't fully know until you die. That's when you gonna that's gonna be the all knowing. It's gonna come to you when you die and show you, like, this is why you were born. This is what your life meant. This is what was going on. This is what was the universal in the universe. This is what was happening. You're gonna get all of that when you die. You feel what I'm saying? Right or wrong, whether you live right, a righteous life, whether you live wrong, at the end, Everything is going to be revealed to you when you die. So, it's like you betting on your death for real. You betting on that. I mean, it's not even your afterlife. You betting on your afterlife. Because that's when you're going to sit back and you're going to go over the butt like the expense sheet. It's literally accounting. It's literally accounting. You're going to go back and you're going to look at your life and you're going to be like, so this was the target and this is how far I was off. This was the target. This is how far I was off. Because before you get here, see, that's the thing. You know that you about to go. It's like severance. It's literally severance. That's crazy because I'm thinking severance is about DoorDash. The reason why I say it is because you gotta be a dasher to know what I'm talking about. Shout out to the dashers, man. Shout out to the dashers. Dashing through the snow. Dashing through the dough. Dashing to the dough. Santa Claus is door dashing. He couldn't get to the dough. Oh man, oh my goodness. Bro, Santa Claus dropped. He was like, well, yeah, we got to get it to the Christmas tree. And the Christmas tree inside the door. Everybody ain't got chimney. I ain't got no chimney. Maybe that's why the nigga ain't. He ain't come here. Okay. Oh my God. Wasn't planning on being here this long, but this is literally just raw, uncut, cute. Like, it's just genuinely never told stories. The Unforeseen, man. The alarm clock. Get that, man. Like, that's 2018. It's about to be 2026. It's almost about to be 10 years old. We got 8 years in on it. But see, I started writing in 2016. Wow. So the alarm clock is about to be 10, technically. When I started it in 2016, around, at the beginning, because it was I have recorded in there the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers playoff game. That was in January of 20. In fact, I had the Super Bowl party in my crib that year in 20. That was in 20. It was the 2015 football season, but the playoffs is in 2016. But that was in 2016. I had a Super Bowl party in my crib. Yeah, it was some shawties there too. It was some shawty. If you was there, that was nice. That's what I'm saying. I've always been around. I have to have women around. Ain't gonna be no sausage fest at Q crib. There's gonna be women. You gonna like when I had from when I lived in Charlotte to when I lived off of Stratford, which is where I had that Super Bowl party at, to the spot I had off of where was we in Morgan Ridge. Bruh, we had homegirls bringing their homegirls to the crib. You feel me? And none of them was violated. You feel me? We ain't violate. You can ask any woman that came to any of my functions in our house, in the crib. None of them was violated, for sure. None of them. You know what I mean? I actually met my children's mother at one of my at the New Year's function. That was what, 2017 going into 18. That's where we met at. Charlotte. And now we got a daughter named Charlotte. But she didn't get violated. She gave consent. And we made the best love. The best of love. For real. And the joy, the reward from the love that we made was like, it was like literally really, really, I don't know. It's an art to it. But we got two beautiful children because of that. It's like it's everything. Like we made children. We made children. We didn't make love. We made children. A different type of love, boy. As you make children. I've had in my days I had a lot of sex, for real, but it's nothing like when you know, like I knew, like fuck it, like he already here at this point. My son already, I'm like, for real, it is what it is. And so men, fathers, this is for my fathers, for the fathers, when you about to, you don't even gotta do no pregnancy test because nigga, you know when that shit happened. Like you know, I know it was the 27th of July after the ball. After we went to the ball, and I had Hennessy that night. I remember my son is a Hennessy baby, and my daughter is a Gentleman Jack baby. But listen, and she was made in the house of bourbon. She was made in the house of bourbon. Man. What? Her mama got knocked up in Fort Knox. Woo! Oh, she was made by the river. Oh, child. See, my son, we made him in East Winston. They was shooting that night. I'm shooting the clothes. They shooting outside. I'm like, yo, chill. You throwing the rhythm off. For real, they was the doom, boom, doom. I'm like, God dang, man. Mama thought it was fireworks. I'm like, you know where you at, girl? You on OGB, Slim. And that B station, boom, boom. Feel me? But yeah, man, what is an hour and 7 minutes? So yeah, man, that's just I just wanted to give some love to the planet, and I just wanted to release a lot of anger. I've been really angry, for real, because it's like I feel like I'm not appreciated for real because people don't know how to appreciate me. That's what it is. They don't know how to appreciate me because they don't know what I've done, my contributions to humanity. And I'm not talking about like community work, resume. I don't brag about that shit. I don't talk about the work I do in the community. You feel me? I don't talk about what I contribute to my village. I don't call it community. I call it village. To my village. My villages. I don't talk in real life, in real time, real hands. I don't talk about it. I don't talk about when an old lady fall, I go and pick her up. You feel me? I don't talk about when I see an old lady moving slow to get in her car, I run up to her and open the door and put her groceries in the car for her. I don't talk about that shit. I just do it, bro. You feel me? Like one time I'm gonna just talk about it. I was at the Walmart, Slim, and I seen an older lady and she just looked like she was struggling. I went up to her. I said, ma'am, are you okay? She said, my back is really hurting. You feel me? I said, let me get that door for you. I got the door, opened it for her, helped her get in the car. You feel me? Bro, just real shit. I helped her get in the car, close the door. I was like, ma'am, I was like, I would ride with you to get you in the house, but I'm on the middle of a dash right now. I might be door dashing in your house. But you feel me? But nah. After I did that, it was a lady that watched the whole thing. She honked her horn at me like aggressively. I was getting ready to walk in the Walmart. She let her window down. She said, son, God bless you. She said, son, God bless you. I wasn't doing that shit for no pray, like none of that. You feel me? So that's where I'm like, that's where my aggression come from. That's where my aggression come from the criminal justice system. You feel me? From my family, from you know, my my children's mother is like my children's mother's family. I'm like, y'all don't know. I don't know. I'm like, really, like, I'm just a motherless child, Slim. Even though my mama always with me, I'm like, man, you feel me? I told that lady when I was closing the door, I was like, you know, no. I didn't tell the lady. I told the lady that honked the horn at me. I was like, I just lost my mom. I was like, I lost my grandma this year. That's what I did for her. That's what I did for her. Your grandma be heavy as shit. That's how you know you lift her if you really lift her. Like, not when they die. I lifted my grandmother. I was the pallbearer her to help her get in her bed. You feel me? Their great grandmother, me and they mama picked her up. She fell heavy. I mean, and I'm not saying that to like there is a bad thing. It's like, no, humans are heavy people. You feel what I'm saying? And we helped her up. You feel me? That's why I'm like, yo, let's talk about that. You know what I mean? Let's talk about, like, if we gonna talk about anything, let's talk about the real deeds. I'm like, bro, ain't nobody perfect. But that's what the wings of my eye is there for. It's there for the balance. One wing is for all the bad, and the other wing is for all the good. So you can't sit up there and just look at all the bad Diddy did and not look at all the good he did. You can't sit up there and look at all the bad that Ye did and not look at all the good he did, right? You can't sit up there and look at all the bad that Nicki Minaj did and not look at all the good that she did, right? Because everybody that sold and counted her out was the same ones that was going to see her perform, right? So obviously she was doing something really good, and she looks extremely good, and she can really call my phone right now if she wants to. Cause shit, I don't see nothing bad you said, Nikki. I mean, shit. I just wish you do the same. Like, I just want you to know that the real flag, Trinidad, don't forget about your roots in Tobago. Let's talk about it first. Let's talk about home first. Let's talk about how we look like the Trinidadians. Like, the Trini, like my son is Trini. Let's talk about that, Nikki. You know what I mean? Let's go. How about Nikki? Yo, Nikki, call me. I wanna go. When I go to Trinidad, I'm gonna take my kids to Trinidad. I want you to come. Show me your village. And I want my woman to go because she a big fan. Like, she is the Trinity. She is the Holy Trinity. She the Holy Trinity. You feel me? I want to do that for her, Nikki. So, like, real talk. We love you. I'm not sitting here. Who am I to judge? You know what I mean? I want to ride with you, Slim. I want you to meet my children's mother. Like, I want you to be the gift I give. Like, Nikki, call me. I'm gonna give you my number. I'm gonna give Nicki Minaj my number. Yeah. So all y'all, bye. Everybody that's hating on Nicki, get off of here. Get off of here. We love you, Nicki. We see you. We respect you. You know what I mean? We respect what you did to, how you evolved. The rap game, you had your own. Like, I mean, for real, let me not say bitch. every little girl wanted to be Nicki Minaj when I was growing up in my era. Like, in 2009, that's the year my mama died. I was 14. So that summer, Nicki Minaj came out. And literally all the shorties, they just knew, they thought that they was Menage a Trois. I was rolling. I'm like, dang, for real? That's the closest I get to it. Destiny Child. Yo, son, I'm that Trefo. You feel me? So it definitely went. All the girls thought they was Nikki, for sure. So you had an impact for real. You know what I mean? You gave women confidence. You gave women confidence for real. Like, so Donald Trump can't do that. You did that. You got more power than Trump. How about that? How about that? Nobody's sitting up there talking about how she got more power than Trump. Trump can't produce no baby. And Nikki Lenny has been in America's way longer than Trump. Pfft, you feel me? So, and then here go to, this is what really blows my shit more than anything. They'll put Kamala over, Nikki. Y'all women is weak, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you for real. Like, some of y'all women need to be called out on y'all shit. For real though. Y'all need to be called out. And stop coming at men that call y'all out on y'all shenanigans. Don't. It's not disrespect. When somebody call you out on your shit, it's not disrespect. It's not verbal abuse. Because they like to say that shit. No, it's you getting built the ass. You deserve it. For real, like built the ass. From on some real shit. Hold yourself accountable. All y'all women went and voted for Kamala, but hating on Nikki for being in a better position and speaking on some real shit. She brought light to what was going on in Nigeria. I didn't know that was going on until she said something at the UN. But y'all sitting up there like, nigga, Trump know that woman got more power than her. That's why he had her speak on it. And she really sent the warning shot. She was like, y'all better lead them Christians. Stop antagonizing them Christians. Because we got some shit that you don't want to fuck with. You don't want to fuck around and find out what we got in America. And they motherfucking fucked around and found out. You feel me? So, by the way, that wasn't an attack on Nigeria. It was an attack in Nigeria on the people who was committing genocide against the Christians in Nigeria. That's just pure facts. And like, I don't see nothing wrong with that, except for the simple fact that we need to keep that same energy for ICE. The ICE agents here, that's deporting people who's literally from here. So if they are antagonizing Christians for being Christians, stop antagonizing Americans for being Americans. Like, y'all literally deporting Americans and sending them back to America. Think about that shit. It's just like a board. It's like, okay, man, we getting set up. It don't matter where you move somebody from. If you, like, they was moving the American Indians from, I'm not going to say Tennessee because we know that was Carolina. You know what I mean? We know that was the Carolinian territory. So they was moving them from Carolina to Oklahoma. Both of us are indigenous territories, but at the same time, like, nigga, you up and move to Louisville right now. Yeah, America, you indigenous to the Americas, but you go move to damn Newburgh right now. You move to Newburgh right now. You move to Poppy Level. Nah, nigga. You feel me? Nah. Ain't from here, nigga. You from America, but you ain't from here. You ain't from there. You feel me? Nah, son. Don't work like that. Now, some people do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm talking about is just like reality. This is what happened when you move people from one place to another place. You feel me? It's enough already that that they moving from they being forced to move from their homelands, but now they gotta go somewhere else to somebody else home roots. You gotta it's that's what caused the war in Liberia. They was moving American Indians again from America over to Africa, and the Africans was like, because we arrogant people, right? We confident. We some confident niggas. So you know, you move niggas to, you know, you put me anywhere, I'm like, well, how we gonna run it? I'm like, this is my saying, right? This is literally my saying. I'm like, you put me in the corner, I'm gonna run the block. You back me on the corner, I'm gonna. Nah, we just them corner boys in the corner office, Mitch. Mitch, feel me? Yeah, man. I'm extending this because this has to be said. You feel me? So, yeah, that's what they did to the American Indians. But that's so it ain't nothing new was happening. Trail of Tears never ended. I said that too. I lived it. So when my daughter, literally where we got annihilated, exiled, however you want to put it, that was on the Trail of Tears, Slim. That was on the Trail of Tears, and we was the first ones in that house, on that block, in that loop. We was the first family. That's not hearsay, that is a fact. On Hinaga Circle, we was the first ones on that loop. That's a fact. And they removed us 44 days after my daughter was born. She was the first human born on that block. And the crazy thing about it is, the children's hospital was, this is the children's hospital right here. This is where the house is at. This is where my daughter was born. This is where the children's hospital was. This is the street. This is the street. This the gun. This the street. You feel me? That's the avenue. So, come on, son. Who you talking to? We lost it all on the Trail of Tears, son. That's her birth story. We still recovering. I'm still recovering from that shit. It's like I hold myself accountable, but at the same time, I also know what's really going on. Again, that's why I'm telling you, when you die, you're going to really see everything panned out. That's why they say rest in peace, because when you at peace, now you can really study. And you got endless time to study all the books that's ever written. Everything that's ever written, everything that's to be written. You're going to be studying it, right? You become a feeder of knowledge. The knowledge, you're going to feed off of the knowledge when you die. That's going to be your time. And those who preceded you in death is going to be there to anchor you to the right. You know, it's all of that's playing a factor. You feel me? You got all of that. So I was like, man, I wish I would have been able to talk to my great aunt Sally, you know what I'm saying, about why they had to excuse her. That's a code. You feel me? Now she can talk to you about it. And really, Sally was my great grandmother. Wait, let me say it accurately. So my great grandmother was Lucy. My great grandmother was Sally. So my great grandmother was Cordelia. My great grandmother was I'm segueing because I gotta go on the patriarchal side now, because that's my grandma's father's mother was Lucy, but my grandmother's mother was Orly Malloy. So I'm going through the patriarchal line to tell you about Sally. So Sally was my great So my grandmother's, my grandma was my grandma. My great grandma would have been Cordelia, but my great grandfather was William. So William's mama was Lucy, so that was my great great grandmother, Lucy Breckenridge Jones. And Lucy Breckenridge Jones's mother was Cordelia. Excuse me, my fault. That was Sally. So Sally is my great 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 grandmother. Yeah. That's my great 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 grandmother. You feel me? So please excuse my great 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 grandmother, Sally. And Sally looked like my mama. And my mama moved on Sally's lane. They sold my mama house got sold though. But it's my permanent estate. It's my permanent address. It's my permanent domus. That's literally the governance. You feel me? It's my mama. That's what my mama, she knew what she was doing. She moved on Sally's. And Ramil, Ramil run. She moved. So like I said, God revealed all this to me. Even with that, like me living on Sally's. Like I ain't live on Sally's, but you had to go down Sally's lane to get to the house, which is Darrell. It's the house that I just told you the house of is the preposition. So it's the house and it's of. That's Darrell. So the house of Quentin. You feel me? The house of Darrell. House of Quentin. Quentin was in the house of Darrell. So there you got it, people. That's just Darrell's son. That's the son of the house. But that's where I was at. I was that night. Matter of fact, I think we rolled down Sally's lane. Yeah, we rolled down Sally's. It's so deep. The night my mama died. Read what happened before that though, because that was the bravest thing I ever did. Right before that, and then, you know, when I got to the house, I seen my cousin cry, and that got to me. And then I seen that picture. Because, you know, after the family member died, you know, you're going to be flipping through photos. Like, that was before Instagram and, you know, Facebook had just started. I think MySpace is when, like, everybody was, like, on MySpace. It's like Facebook and MySpace is like a blur now, because I remember everybody was like, oh, Q, man, we here, like, I'm so sorry, man. You know, all the ladies was, you know, it was real, like, for real. It was getting real love on MySpace, for real. Like, no cap, no funny. But, yeah. So, but we wasn't posting all that, like, all those pictures, like, how we do now. It wasn't really like that back then. You know what I mean? We didn't have camera phones. Like, that was, like, right when camera phones started becoming a thing. Like, that was before the iPhones. They had iPods, so, you know, the iPods was equivalent to the iPhones now. Like, that shit was the dopest thing. My first time seeing the iPod, I'm like, yo, dog, I gotta get one. Like the iPod that had the full screen, like how they got now with the phone. Now that ain't nothing, but you know, they used to have 2 parts to it. But now when they had the one with the full screen, I was like, bro, what the fuck kind of magic is that? Now that shit just a screen, bro. Back then, at least they still had the button. Remember the button used to get jammed? Now it's just the screen, Slim. That's crazy, ain't it? But yeah, that was right before that evolution came, man. So like that's when things were like really more sacred, you know. So, but yeah, I saw that picture of my mom. That's what it was. I remember seeing it. It was a picture when she was a little girl. I ain't never seen it. She never showed me the picture. I ain't see it until I'm like, oh, that was my mom. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, that was my mommy. That was my mommy. But now that little girl look like my daughter. So now my mission is not to like recreate Darrell. Darrell never left. It's just to be a father. That's the perfection chart. Just be a father. Just be there. Just be there. Listen to her. When she say da ba 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 da ba ba da ba da ba, you gotta be like, you right. Thank you, Dad. She's starting to call me Daddy now. It's the cutest thing ever. Thank you, Daddy. I'm like, oh, Dari. She's so sweet. Like, when I tell you, bro, that little girl is the most sweetest, angelic. She's just so, like, it's like she knows, like, how like a bird, going back to those wings of my eye. She knows how to just glide through life. Like, she just knows the tone. She knows the frequency. She knows the rhythm. It's the most beautiful thing. Like, she's just so, I don't know. I've never seen a human like my daughter. My son is phenomenal too. But my daughter, she just is so, like, I don't know. I've never seen it. Like, God is really good. That's all I can say. God is so good. And she be praying. Her prayer, whenever she prays, she's prayed. Like, she prayed. Because her dad had her praying since before she could talk. But she prayed. When my daughter prays, she say, thank you, God. That's how she started. I'm like, Dari, say your prayer. Thank you, God. That's how she started off. But Mama and Titi and Yaya and Dad, that's how she go. That's literally the order she pray in. And Harmony, she got a friend named Harmony. She prayed from Papa. That's her prayer. Thank you, God. My son prays. He's a prayer warrior. He told me, what did he tell me tonight? He prayed. This is what my son did tonight. Because I don't want to take away from his glory, from her. My son prayed for God. He said, he prayed for God. He said, I love God so much. So I was like, man, God felt that, Nas, because nobody ever prays for God. Like, ain't that something? That boy prayed for God. I'm like, man, I had to give him a big old hug after that, because I'm like, yeah, boy, you somebody special. Somebody special, man. So I'm finna get up off of here. It's been 1 hour and 34 minutes. I was planning to be here for like 5, but this is for anybody who is hurting right now. This is for anybody that is lost right now. This is for anybody that lost a mom. This is for anybody that lost a grandmom. This is for anybody that lost a grandfather. This is for anybody that lost a child, though I haven't lost a child. Whitney Houston say, let the children's laughter remind us of how we used to be, you know. So just don't give up. Stay strong. Block out the noise. The haters are gonna try to draft everything up. They're gonna try to chop everything up. That's that devil shit. But you have to stand bold in the face of the devil. And the way that you fight the devil is through integrity. I'm going to end it on that. The way that you defeat the devil is with the armor, the sword of integrity. Mashallah.